Okay, this is Rick Guptill, StruCIM again. This is a fourth video where we're going to actually weld this whole pass. Let me just I've done some work so that set up all these. We're not going to do any touching on these subsequent welds. We're going to just touch that first one, but we want to make sure that we've set up the weld elements on all of them. Okay, so they're all ready. So we're going to say that these four we're going to weld, and actually this one right here is the start of this guy here, so we're going to weld these two also. I mean these four welds also. So what we're going to do now is actually see, here's where it's planning these welds right here, and then it's going to the next one, and because we plan the welds for this full buffer number 4, then it figures out number 3 how to do that. Okay, so here's the weld program. Let's just run that. I'm going to take off the clean torch. That's you can set up a station so every so often, so many meters of weld, it goes and cleans the torch. Here's the refresh rate. Okay, it looks like we had a problem right at the beginning with the Cartesian. We'll have to go back and fix that. That must be from going from the start to the first touch, so we'll go back and figure that out. But here basically you have four welds. It looks like also there's a big jump in that first one. Let's see if we have that after we can kind of fine-tune these things. Doesn't look like there's any collisions there because we chose a long tool. Yeah, see, we didn't jump up there. I think it's just because we did that first one and we did that vertical lift and we took it out of these. And then this last one we run out of Y distance. You can see it. See how the Y stopped, but the robot's now moving. So we could have potential problems with that guy. It's kind of stretching the robot. We might think about positioning this differently. So since we have that same the same weld, we've done programming all the welds. So if we have another part come in here and these baffles are, maybe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe there's 8 baffles or 6 baffles spaced differently, it doesn't really matter to us. We'll figure out their baffles, we'll take the bottom plate, we'll weld to it. We know how to weld baffles, and we'll just be able to generate the program. If we were to save this program, then it would convert it into robot code that you could just run right on the robot, and it would have the touch commands in there, so it would touch and then use those to compensate for where the weld is, so that if they're a little bit off of where the CAD, it'll still find it. Here again, it's got a stretch. Okay, I think that kind of wraps it up. It's kind of an overall demo of how we convert a solid part into a family of weldable subparts, and we take some of the parts off because we don't want them. They're not going to be on this welded part. And then we look for the characteristics of each part. We find the welds, and then when we plan the welds, then they're in for the next time. All right, thanks very much.